The Newark Branch Greenway extensions. We will cover from the NX Bridge to the EHG and its overall location plan, zoom in for segments, adjacent land uses, intersections, feeders, nodes, and sections, and the same goes from the Second River to the medical school portion. This portion of the Greenway starts in Essex County and runs mainly through the Hudson County. Within Hudson County, the Greenway passes through three different boroughs: Harrison, Kearney, and East Newark. Kearney is known for the industrial development of numerous companies and making it home of the largest tract of land for the Erie Railroad passing through the Meadowlands. East Newark was part of Kearney until 1895. Its northern border was mainly dictated by the former railroad, which is now the Greenway. Next, Harrison, that due to its infrastructure got exponentially industrial growth. The Greenway corridor traverses over and under 30 bridges along its length, starting with the NX Bridge. Similar to how the topography surrounding the Greenway rises and falls, roughly half of the bridges bring the Greenway on a structure over obstacles such as overpasses and bridges, while others allow the trails to pass under a road, railway, or pipeline that crosses the Greenway corridor. The framework of environment, experience, and connections help identify distinct areas of the Hudson-Essex Greenway. While the experience varies greatly along the length of the Greenway and is rooted in the site's topography, ecology, and context, the five major experiential topologies, urban transformation, meadowland expanse, and bridges, can help identify programmatic opportunities. The proposed trail travels through a variety of zoning types and land uses. After crossing the NX Bridge, there are primarily commercial, residential, and mixed-use properties that sit along the path. This is before transitioning into a heavy industrial zone and marshes, which extend down from the Meadowlands. You can also see properties with a potential for change. The intersections along our site are split into two categories: at grade and below grade. 80% of the intersections along the site are at grade, with the surrounding remaining 20% below grade, passing under bridges. The first two intersections are both at grade, with roadways cutting through them. The first intersection passes through Passaic Ave and Grant Ave. Looking at the next two intersections, one is below grade and the other is at grade. The first intersection passes Kearney Ave and the second passes through Davis Ave. The first intersection here passes through Schuler Ave and the second one passes through Bergen Ave. The first intersection here passes through the road that services an open field, and the second intersection passes under I-95. The final intersection passes through site under Route 7. Kearney's riverfront is where the main bike lanes are. Here, biking infrastructure lacks most of the lanes and shared with vehicular traffic. This lane could become a potential feeder for bike access. These are the main feeders. They are avenues that are prompted to feed pedestrian and bike traffic into the Greenway. These become important for future development since they provide key access into the Greenway. Kearney Avenue is the commercial spine of the town. The avenue is filled with mixed-use development, both commercial and residential. This feeder will guide major foot traffic since it connects to the northern ironbound Harrison, Kearney, Arlington, Lyndhurst, and Rutherford. Davis Avenue is a key segment since it intersects the West Hudson Park. The drive scenery through this avenue shifts from residential to green landscapes. Additionally, the proximity of Davis Avenue to parking spots make it a great feeder. Here, parking is highlighted in blue. This will allow occupants to park near the greenway and access it by foot. The NY Greenwood Railroad is an abandoned rail line that has great potential for future extensions of the greenway. This feeder could branch away from the Green Line and create a great transition between the Meadowlands to the urban development. Lastly, Belleville Turnpike. This highway is known to create great vehicular traffic through the greenway in the Meadowland portion. This street has the potential to become an easy way to feed into the greenway due to its higher speed traffic, and it could become a drop-off zone. The nodes of the NX bridge to where it reconnects with the EHG starts at the Passaic Avenue and ends at Belleville Turnpike, where each dot of specific area intersects the proposed path extension of the NX bridge to where it reconnects with the EHG. The extension of the path of the NX bridge to where it reconnects with the EHG, Passaic Avenue and Grant Avenue, which at Passaic Avenue the node intersects with the path at the industrial area of the Passaic River, and Grant Avenue intersects with the path in the residential area of Hudson County. As the extension of the path continues to the NX bridge to where it reconnects with the EHG, it intersects with the streets Kearny and Davis Ave, where at Kearny Ave the node intersects with the path in a commercial area of Hudson County and the Davis Ave intersection with the path in a residential area of Hudson County. Schuler Ave is a dynamic and multifaceted node in its own, since it provides a range of activities and features that attract people with multiple entertainments that contribute to the cultural vibrancy of the area, as well as many public areas such as park, plaza, and other opportunities for recreation. Overall, Bergen Ave is an important part to the community and contributes significantly to creating great nodes due to its location, diversity, walkability, and as well as historical significance, since it has buildings dating back to the town's early days, which also adds charm and appeal to the street as a gathering place. The railroad that runs parallel to the New Jersey 95 Turnpike can bring multiple opportunities to the surrounding areas by providing additional pathways in the future. Belleville Turnpike is an important factor in the node since it's constantly expanding and improving. It can bring opportunity to encourage people from different areas nearby to visit and explore. Cutting horizontally through the larger site, important nodes and intersections can be further understood. Longitudinally, the site section with exaggerated elevations reveals the dramatic rise and fall of the ground elevation. Naturally, with highways and turnpikes often sitting atop the peak of elevations. Cutting transversely, the Essex-Hudson Greenway is looked at in relation to highways such as I-95 and 280 and the surrounding bodies of water. Not only does the site cross paths with the NJ Turnpike, but it's also a similar counterpart, the Belleville Turnpike, which sits above, adjacent to smaller bodies of water. Up next will be the second river to